How have you seen voice biometrics change since its inception?
I really think that voice biometrics makes perfect sense for continuous authentication, part of the layered authentication approach. So as we move forward, we don't just use one type of biometric, but we use several. And for the first time, we saw consumers' perceived effectiveness of voice biometrics hit the 50% mark, which we found to be very important. So that means that 50%, half of the 5,000 consumers who responded to our survey said that they deem voice biometrics to be among the most effective and the most secure when it comes to authentication. But it's definitely evolved from a technology standpoint, which I find interesting. You wouldn't think that the average consumer would know that, but they seem to have more faith in the effectiveness of voice biometrics authenticating them than they did, even a year ago. So that's interesting. But some of the things that have changed with voice biometrics, it's not just calling in and having a recording of a voice on file of a consumer. It's much more than that. It's the inflection of the voice. It's even the hand gestures which affect the inflection of the voice. It's how, the breath that the consumer takes. You can tell I'm breathing in a different way when I speak than you would. All of this is part of voice recognition, and it's very effective. And one of the things that's interesting too is, we can pick up not only on these nuances, right? If there's some behavior or pattern that differs from what the consumer's normal voice pattern would be. But if a criminal's calling in and is feigning to be someone else and is actually nervous, that can be detected as well, right? So if you're calling in with a legitimate transaction or a legitimate question, you're less likely to be nervous. And so being able to pick up on that, just like you would in a lie detector test, is really interesting.